Hey there guys, Fave here, and today we're going to talk about the biggest disappointment in Roblox history. Now, some people might refer to other people as disappointments, and that's not very nice. So, none of y'all are disappointments. If you're watching a Fave video, that means you have a very high IQ, and you're very smart. And, I like compliments. If you like compliments, smash that like button. And with that being said, let's talk about it. So, what is the biggest disappointment in Roblox history? Is it removing tickets? Nah, man, listen. Let me tell y'all something. Let's go back in time, as we always do, into the time machine. Oh, I should mention, new goggles. Who dis? Yeah, man, they kind of look like mags, But forget about the goggles. Let's talk about disappointments. So, let's go back to the year 2011. Okay, 2011. The year Fave got banned forever, just for making a simple typo. But don't worry, this video isn't about Fave with 1A. Nah, this video is about disappointments, and it definitely was a big disappointment to get banned forever, but, I didn't even say it right. But listen, was that a disappointment? Anyway, let's get to the point here. So in the year 2011, the gift of the Dominator came out. Now, this is the first year they ever did what is known as Halloween gifts. So every year since 2007, they gave out gifts during Christmas. But in 2011, this would be the first year they would give out gifts during Halloween. And there was no way to earn these gifts for free like on Christmas. You had to buy these gifts for Robux. And this was the most expensive gift, costing, I think it was 13,000 Robux. And the description reads, "This gift contains one of three things: a Dominus, a Domino Crown, or a bunch of icky spiders." So there was a risk to be assumed here when you spent 13,000 2011 Robux in this. That's a lot of Robux, even more back then. In fact, Fave with 1A, I believe, owned this. And so, who doesn't want a Dominus or a Domino Crown, right? But what if a bunch of spiders came out? Well, that would surely be the biggest disappointment in Roblox history. Well, 241 people took the plunge into hoping this item would be a Dominus or a Domino Crown, and it turns out it's the Dominus Messor, a very legendary, classic Dominus, known as the Watermelon Dominus with red eyes, worth over 1 million Robux, as we can see here. I mean, funnily enough, at the time, people thought this was the ugliest Dominus, because this was only the 4th Dominus to ever come out after Imperius, Infernus, and Frigidus, as I just showed you on the screen there. And now, for this one to come out with eyes and a very different look to it, people thought this was so ugly. Oh man, people did not know how good they had it back then, but hey, time progresses, gotta keep the story moving, because we all know. Yeah, we all know about the Dominus Messor. That's definitely not a disappointment, and people were very happy to get that. That's a very coveted item in modern day Roblox. So what is the disappointment? Well, they kept doing the Halloween gifts every year. So let's move ahead to 2012 now. So in 2012 you have the gift of Sinister Ascension. So once again they pulled the same trick on us. Says the gift contains one of three things: a Domino Crown, a Dominus, or a flock of bats. Oh man, will they ever pull the flock of bats out? Nah, 526 people bought this for maybe 20 something thousand Robux. I don't remember, doesn't matter, it's a lot of Robux. And of course, gratefully, people were glad to see that the Dominus Vespertilio came out of it, known as the Trashbag Dominus. I call it the Despacito Dominus. This is a very, very well-known Dominus. People like it, people want it. I personally think it's really ugly, and it is known to be the Trashbag Dominus for a reason, but that's besides the point, okay? People were not disappointed by this. So what were they disappointed by? Surely it must be 2013, right? Well, 2013 would prove to be a downgrade, right? So you have the big boo, full gift of Destiny, because Halloween's spooky, boo. And it says, "Destiny is a funny thing. Once, I thought I was destined to become Emperor of Greenland, sole monarch over its 52,000 inhabitants. Then I thought I was destined to build a Polynesian longship in my garage. I was wrong then, but I've got it now. I'm destined protector of this place. I'm this city's superhero. Inside, you find the..." 283 people took a risk with this. They didn't think a Dominus would come out of this one, and they would be right, because instead, you get a pumpkin. Now, this isn't the biggest disappointment in Roblox history. Now, a pumpkin might be disappointing, but there's flames coming out of it, and it's a retexture of a legendary item called the Doomsakar, except it's the Doomsakar. So, people liked this. Of course, it wasn't a Dominus, but it wasn't that bad. I mean, it's legendary. If you wear it, people be like, wow, that's cool. So, there's nothing wrong with this item. It's pretty chill. So, 2014 should have been the disappointment, right? So right here we have the big gift of the Phantom Hunter, which was the most expensive gift in 2015. And What remains after the hunted are gone? Well, this wouldn't be a Dominus again. It seems like they were done doing Domini at this point. But, you know, they could always bring it back. They could. So, you know, once again, not a disappointment. The Ghost Theory, a white pumpkin with flames coming out the top, which I've always disliked because when someone at Trade Hangouts wearing this, the flames cover their chat and I can't even see what they're saying. But yes, it's a very cool item. A white flaming pumpkin on your head. Very cool, okay? So once again, not a disappointment. Now it's worth over 100,000 Robux, so if you bought the gift for like 30,000 Robux back then, I think that's kind of worth it, okay? And finally, you get the 2015. What happened in 2015 to cause the greatest disappointment in Roblox history? Well, I'm glad to tell y'all what happened this year. So you see the classic gift of timeless taste. And what's more classic than a domino crown or a Dominus, right? We all know what time it is. Sparkle time? Are they gonna give out a Sparkle time fedora? Yo, you know how crazy that would be if they gave out a Sparkle time fedora for Halloween? The orange Sparkle time fedora, never been done before. That'd be crazy, right? So 530 people spent over 30,000 Robux on this gift. And just to put it into perspective, what I'm talking about here, right? How much did this gift cost? Because I think it's kind of important for me to talk about disappointment, right? Well, this gift cost 31,000 Robux. So for 31,000 Robux to invest in 2015, you would hope you would get something worthwhile, right? I mean, sure, the gift doesn't look too pretty, but the other gifts didn't look so pretty either and gave out some cool stuff. So you spent 31,000 Robux, 530 people. And, you know, just to add some extra math on top of that, that means that over 16 million Robux was spent on the biggest disappointment in Roblox history. And what are we talking about here? Well, that would be the Sparkle Time Classic Pumpkin. Yes, so it wasn't a Dominus, it wasn't a Domino Crown, it wasn't a Sparkle Time Fedora, it wasn't even a flaming pumpkin with horns on it. Nope, it's literally a pumpkin that sparkles. 31,000 Robux. And just to rub salt on the wound, the original classic pumpkin cost 250 Robux. But if you throw some glitter on it, it's 31,000 Robux. And people were very understandably angry by this. Let's take a look at some of these reactions. So here you could see what the Sparkle Time Pumpkin looks like in-game. Oh wow, there's ghosts coming out the top. Spooky. But is this a Dominus? No, it's not a Dominus. So this guy had an idea to update the pumpkin where it's lit. And you know, you put it on and wow, it lights up your head and illuminates the area around you. And the ghosts, they don't just fly backwards, they fly everywhere. And that would be real nice. You take it off and the pumpkin's dark again. And then you put it on and it's lit! So yeah, I mean, this would be a cool update to the pumpkin, but as far as it's concerned, look at this. Oh my goodness. What the heck? I cannot. This is, yeah. Anyway, so you can see this guy regretting his purchase 2 years later. Roblox owes us to make Sparkle Time Pumpkin limited. Because, you know, all those other items are limited. Except for the other pumpkin. But that one was cool. So anyway, this guy says, I wasted 31,000 Robux on it in 2015. People who are jealous that I had the Robux in the first place will say, it's your fault for buying the gift. It was not my fault. What was inside the gift wasn't leaked until a few days after the gift went off sale. And every single big gift aside from 2015 was good. So what do you think people would expect? The gift box for the pumpkin even looked really nice. They promised something new, instead they rushed it and gave us a failed retexture of the classic pumpkin, and then proceeded to copy the idea of the last egg and slap a light and particles onto it as an excuse for fixing it. It wouldn't even listen to 99% of the owners when we clearly wanted antlers on it like the Dusakar series, but instead you get particles and light. I will not be happy until I either get my Robux back or it goes limited so I can at least make a small fraction of the Robux I wasted back. I'll be lucky if I even get 15,000 Robux at this point, but it's not like anyone behind the scenes cares. They give last year's big gift buyers a Dominus and even made it limited for them. So yeah, buyer's remorse. It's a real thing. Feel bad for them, feel bad. My goodness. So Roblox messed up so bad that the very next year they had to make up for these mistakes. And boy did they make up for these mistakes, because in 2016 they had a gift of that they made it very obvious that a Dominus was going to come out of it, and they gave out a Dominus. Now sure, this is most certainly, in my opinion, the ugliest Dominus, known as the Acne Dominus, the Dominus Praefectus, but still, this is a Dominus a lot of people want, it's worth a lot of Robux, and yeah, People have made a lot of money off of this, okay? So, you know, would you rather have a Dominus or a Sparkle Time Pumpkin? That's all I'm saying. So yeah, the biggest disappointment in Roblox history, the Sparkle Time Pumpkin. People were very understandably angry. But that's all I got to say today about this item and stuff like that. Make sure you smash that like button, follow me on Roblox Fave, subscribe and hit the bell of Fave and Fave 2, join my fan club, join my Discord server, discord.gg/Fave. And yeah, you know, it's your boy Fave, and I am out.